talking. You know, if you look at an interview from me from 10 years ago, everybody says, I love that interview. People didn't love it back then, though, because I was speaking to the future. I'm 10 years ahead mentally, and I'm trapped in today's time. And every now and then I crack you a smile for 2013, but I'm cracking you a frown for 2023. And I'm focused on what it's gonna be. Just mark my words. As I'm Kanye West, you seen my execution.
That's because Jay-Z worked so fucking hard to change the narrative of that night. Now, Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started her and signed to the Def Jam. It's clear to say that the herpes that she had came from the person she had been most involved with, and that was Sean Carter.
Explained how Rihanna was sold to Jay-Z at 16 years old. She explained how it was super sketchy that Rihanna got brought to America at only 16 years old without any parental supervision, and how she auditioned for Jay-Z at 3 o'clock in the morning. She explained how it didn't make sense that Rihanna's parents would let her fly by herself after just meeting Evan Roberts all the way to America to meet with Jay-Z in the middle of the night. And she alleged that Rihanna's dad got a $500,000 payout for letting this happen. She alleged since this was all out of the blue, Rihanna would have had to flown on a private plane to get from Barbados to America because she wouldn't have had a visa and her parents were not around with her to fly to America. And Rihanna even explained how Jay-Z would not let her leave until she signed the recording contract, and the label locked her in the office until 3 a.m.
Tell me about your audition with Jay-Z. Tell me what he said to you. A really good audition. Yes. But before I met him, I was so nervous. I was shaking literally. But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming. And you had to sing a cappella for him? Yes, I had to sing. I sang Fun to Replay. I sang another ballad from the album last time. Yeah. So then what did he say to you? He said something to you. Oh yes, he said, we don't sing songs here, we sing artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief.
So then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, he did it one more.
I did a lot of homework on you, this lady.
He said, there are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the dual sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure working with Jay-Z, you've met Beyonce.
That's right.
How was it like meeting her?
I could not speak.
Really?
Really. That's someone I really looked up to for a long time. And it was after one of my showcases, and he was introducing me to everyone from the label. Then he finally said, okay, one more person. And there she was. And I could not speak.
And she gave you some advice.
Yes, she did. She just told me to, when I get on stage, let loose, have fun, and be in control.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to let it go.
No.
Because she'd be like, what?
Weird, because Jay-Z just started talking to Beyonce as soon as she turned 18 years old. And not long after Rihanna signed to Jay-Z, there was rumors swirling all over the media that Jay-Z was cheating on Beyonce with Rihanna. And a lot of people still to this day never understood why Rihanna and Beyonce are not close, and we've never got a collaboration with the two of them, even though Rihanna was claimed one of Jay-Z's biggest stars. Jaguar Wright then went on to allege how Rihanna's last album, Anti, was basically a cry for help. She talked about how creepy it was that Rihanna did the album cover of a child with a crown over her eyes. And it says that the Anti album is about a person opposed
Conversation about whether or not Rihanna was to Def Jam.
She was the innocent baby when she came over here. And look
She
at her now.
was 14 going on 15 years old. Flown over without parental supervision in a private plane by a man who was supposed to be a producer who auditioned her at 3 a.m. in the fucking morning in a hotel room. Auditioning at 3 a.m. in the morning, a 14-year-old girl.
With no parental consent.
Nobody. She was flown to another country. She was taken to Def Jam headquarters. She was left in a conference room alone with Sean Carter for nearly 6 hours.
It started with a gunshot outside a superstar's home, but the internet thinks the story goes far deeper. When news broke that Rihanna narrowly avoided a terrifying incident outside her property, fans immediately began asking a darker question. Was this just the act of a disturbed individual, or could there be powerful forces lurking behind the scenes? The speculation exploded when old comments from Kanye West resurfaced, hinting at long-running tensions inside the music industry's most powerful circle. Suddenly, years of rumors involving Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and their past connections with Rihanna were being dragged back into the spotlight. Now the internet is connecting dots, from alleged industry feuds to mysterious past controversies, and asking whether this frightening moment was truly random or part of a much bigger story. It started with a moment that could have ended very differently. Late one night, a terrifying incident unfolded outside the home of global superstar Rihanna, and for a few chilling minutes, the situation appeared dangerously close to turning into a tragedy. Reports quickly spread that someone had driven across the country and fired shots toward the property, sending shockwaves through fans online. The most disturbing detail? According to circulating reports, one of the bullets allegedly struck an area near where Rihanna and her family were staying on the property. In other words, the margin between a frightening scare and something far worse may have been only a few feet. Within hours, the story exploded across the internet, and suddenly fans everywhere were asking the same question. Was this simply the act of a disturbed individual, or was there something bigger happening behind the scenes? Almost immediately, social media erupted with theories. Fans dissected every reported detail of the incident, trying to understand how someone could allegedly travel such a long distance and end up outside the home of one of the most famous artists in the world. What made the speculation grow even louder was the claim that shortly after the incident, Rihanna reportedly left the area and relocated to a more private location. For many observers online, that move seemed unusual. Some argued that if the situation were completely random, increasing security or temporarily switching residences might have been enough. Instead, the rumor that she left the state altogether fueled a wave of speculation that perhaps the situation had deeper implications than the public initially understood. Within days, message boards, gossip blogs, and social media feeds were flooded with theories suggesting that powerful people in the entertainment industry might somehow be connected to the situation, even though no credible evidence supporting those claims ever surfaced. Then another piece of the puzzle resurfaced and added even more fuel to the fire. Old clips and statements from Kanye West began circulating again online. Over the years, Kanye has made a number of controversial remarks about the inner workings of the music industry and his former collaborators, including Jay-Z and Beyoncé. At the time, many people dismissed those statements as dramatic or exaggerated. But after the news involving Rihanna spread, some fans started revisiting them with fresh eyes. In particular, people pointed to moments when Kanye suggested that the entertainment world is controlled by powerful narratives and hidden conflicts. Whether those comments were meant literally or metaphorically is still debated, but online detectives quickly began weaving them into the growing theory that the recent incident might somehow connect to deeper industry rivalries. That's when long-standing rumors about tension between Rihanna and Beyoncé suddenly came back into the spotlight. For years, entertainment gossip circles have speculated that the two global superstars were never particularly close, despite their shared connections within the same industry network. Both artists were linked professionally through Jay-Z, whose label played a major role in Rihanna's early career, while he and Beyoncé were building their own powerhouse brand. Because of that overlapping history, rumors occasionally circulated suggesting that there were complicated dynamics behind the scenes. None of those claims were ever confirmed, but in the world of celebrity gossip, the absence of clear answers often becomes fertile ground for speculation. As soon as Rihanna's frightening incident became headline news, those old whispers began circulating again, with fans digging up decade-old blog posts, interviews, and forum discussions trying to prove that there had always been tension simmering beneath the surface. To understand why these rumors even exist, many people began revisiting the story of how Rihanna first entered the music industry. Long before she became a global icon, the Barbados-born singer was a teenager with a powerful voice and enormous ambition. Her path changed dramatically when she eventually met Jay-Z, who was serving as an executive at a major record label at the time. The story of that meeting has become part of music industry lore. Rihanna auditioned for him, impressed the room with her performance, and quickly secured a record deal that would launch her career onto the world stage. In interviews years later, Rihanna described the experience as nerve-wracking but exciting, recalling how surreal it felt to suddenly find herself surrounded by major industry figures who believed she could become a star. That moment marked the beginning of one of the most successful pop careers of the 21st century. However, not everyone tells that story in such straightforward terms. Over the years, singer and industry critic Jaguar Wright has made numerous controversial claims about powerful figures in the music business. Wright has frequently argued that the entertainment industry hides darker realities behind the glamour, and she has spoken publicly about Rihanna's early career as part of those broader allegations. Her statements have circulated widely online, especially among audiences interested in conspiracy theories about the music industry. It's important to note that many of these claims remain unverified and have been strongly disputed by others in the industry. Still, in the chaotic world of internet gossip, once allegations are spoken publicly, they often take on a life of their own, resurfacing repeatedly whenever a new controversy emerges. Another story that frequently gets pulled into these conversations involves a woman named Kanye West. Years ago, internet rumors linked her to an alleged relationship with Jay-Z, although those claims were never confirmed. When Kanye West later passed away suddenly, speculation exploded online, with some conspiracy-minded bloggers suggesting that her death was suspicious. Investigations at the time did not produce evidence supporting those theories, but the story never fully disappeared from gossip forums. Instead, it became one of those persistent pieces of internet lore that people occasionally revive when discussing powerful celebrities and supposed hidden scandals. Once Rihanna's incident made headlines, the story of Kanye West resurfaced again, with some users trying to connect it to the larger narrative they were constructing. The reason these stories keep resurfacing is because the internet thrives on pattern seeking. When people encounter separate events, an old rumor, a resurfaced interview, a mysterious death, and a recent frightening incident, they often start linking them together into a single storyline. In the case of Rihanna, that storyline quickly expanded into a complicated theory involving industry rivalries, hidden power struggles, and old accusations resurfacing years later. Clips of Kanye West criticizing the music industry were reposted alongside gossip blog posts about Beyoncé and Jay-Z, while screenshots of long-deleted tweets and headlines circulated across social media. Each piece of content seemed to reinforce the next, creating a narrative that felt convincing to some viewers, even though the connections were largely speculative. But stepping back from the frenzy reveals an important reality check. Many of the claims circulating online remained just that, claims. Rumors about celebrity feuds, industry conspiracies, and mysterious cover-ups often spread quickly because they are dramatic and emotionally compelling. Yet in most cases, they're built on fragments of information taken out of context or amplified through repetition. The frightening incident outside Rihanna's home was real and understandably alarming. But the idea that it was connected to a vast network of celebrity conflicts has not been supported by verified evidence. Still, the power of speculation means the conversation continues to evolve with every new tweet, podcast, or viral video discussing the topic. And that leaves one lingering question that fans can't seem to stop debating. Was the terrifying moment outside Rihanna's home simply the isolated act of a troubled individual who became dangerously fixated on a celebrity? Or did the internet uncover clues pointing towards something more complicated beneath the surface of the entertainment industry? For now, the answer remains unclear. But if there's one thing the internet has proven time and time again, it's that stories like this rarely fade quietly. Instead, they continue to resurface, gathering new rumors and theories with each passing year, waiting for the next headline to send the entire mystery spinning again.